Yo, man, we finna get into the orchestrated hit of Woadie2Live, man. Up and coming Dallas drill rapper, man. Condolences to his family, man. Let's check out the content. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the channel. The person doing the heavy lifting on this video. Subscribe to Point of View. Hop in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let's get into the content, man. The orchestrated hit of Woadie2Live, man.
Two shots of you now I'm faded, holding you, kissing you, calling you baby. Cold by the shake, I'm trying to drink you, feel like I'm drunk, might need a chaser. She got me nervous, I'm trying to be player. Let's leave the ball, go home and lay up, rubbing your body, massaging your layers. Sip and get tipsy, we play a little later. I don't use a drink, but loving your flavor. Me and you make a good combination. When I hit it, look like you took a sip of the whiz. How you making them faces? Use that weight, but I'm getting impatient.
Labor Day had just passed, and the city of Dallas was winding down from a long weekend. In the quiet stretch near Bottom Jean Boulevard and McKee Street, just outside a late-night venue called 5 a.m. Theater, the last few people were headed home when gunfire shattered the calm. Police received the first 911 call at 2:36 a.m. Officers arrived within minutes to find a young man lying on the sidewalk, bleeding from the neck. He had been shot, possibly more than once. Paramedics fought to keep him alive as they rushed him to Baylor University Medical Center, but it was too late. He was pronounced deceased shortly after arrival. The casualty was 21-year-old Tylen Dwayne Peyton Walter, better known to fans as Woadie2Live, a rising rapper from Dallas whose energy and raw sound had been building him a loyal following across Texas. In just a few moments, a promising career and a young life came to a sudden end. As news of Woadie2Live's passing sank in, grief spread across Dallas. Artists, fans, and family filled social media with heartbreak and disbelief. For many, the loss felt personal, not just because of his music, but because of the warmth and energy he carried into every room he entered. His manager, Israel, was among the first to speak out. In a post that quickly went viral, he wrote, "This one really hurt. Thank you for trusting me as your manager and friend. Rest in peace, my boy." The message captured the devastation of a man who had believed Woadie was on the verge of stardom. Rapper Asian Doll, who had long referred to Woadie2Live as her brother, shared a series of emotional posts mourning his passing. "Man, my heart can't take no more," she wrote. "I'm lost for words. My brother really gone, man." Her words were followed by a plea to her followers: hug, love, and enjoy your people while they're still here. Before his name became a headline, Woadie2Live was a story of ambition, one that started in Dallas and was only beginning to unfold. His real name was Tylen Dwayne Peyton Walter, and those closest to him described him as focused, charismatic, and always moving with purpose.
And right now on the set, like, it stay on side of me, like, on God, like I stay with him, like at the same time, it just like that was my brother, like he younger than me, but it was just like he was ahead of me. So I'm saying, like, Woadie was the one that was gonna get everybody together. So I'm saying, like, I can't do a video shoot right now and get all my partners there. Woadie would have did that though.
In the city's underground rap scene, he went by Woadie2Live, or sometimes Jug Baby, a name that symbolizes the relentless energy he brought to his craft. He came up in the Dalforth area of Texas, a neighborhood known for its tough reputation, but also for producing raw, talented artists who turned their environment into art. From his earliest tracks, it was clear Woadie had something different: a confident flow, a gift for hooks, and a sharp ear for street storytelling. His breakout song, New Ops, Jug Sport, and Whole Lotta Money helped him carve out a local following. The videos were gritty but polished, flashing between luxury cars, street corners, and packed studio sessions that captured Dallas's rising sound. Fans saw in him the next big thing to come out of the city's rap movement. By the summer of 2021, his online presence was growing fast. On social media, he connected directly with fans, sharing snippets of new music and glimpses into his daily life. Between Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, he had amassed hundreds of thousands of followers. Those who knew him said he was planning new visuals, collaborations, and shows in late 2021. He wanted to take Dallas global.
It's just like a lot of wasn't the same. It's just like a lot, like I took like a 7-8 month break, like from talking. Like it was a lot of like friends that they knew of me laughing and talking. Like I wasn't even laughing or talking or nothing, because it was just like Woadie was the one that used to get me outside. Like I wasn't really too much outside. Like Woadie was the one that's gonna, we in Dallas this night. Like, oh, we in South by Southwest, or we gotta go to Asian show tonight in Dallas. Like he gonna drag me out the house. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like when Woadie died, it was too much like.
But his rise was short-lived. Just as his name began to reach beyond Texas, his life was taken before he could see where the momentum would lead. Officially, Woadie2Live had no criminal record. No public court documents list arrest or charges. Police never described him as a gang member or suspect in any crime. On paper, he wasn't in the system. But the streets tell a different story. He grew up in a part of Dallas-Fort Worth known for its deep street roots. The area has been home to Crips, Bloods, and Gangster Disciple sets going back decades. And in 2019, Woadie2Live was shot multiple times. He almost lost his life, an experience that shaped his image and fueled his music. By most accounts, he was hit in the head, neck, and arm, and survived. It was a moment that earned him respect in the streets and turned him into something more than just another aspiring rapper.
And the bullet got stuck like in my neck. So they took all the rest of the bullets out, but the bullet in my neck still right there.
So how many bullets in total?
3, but in one grade.
In the days after Woadie2Live's passing, confusion and speculation filled the silence left by the official investigation. Fans wanted answers, and the few details that emerged only deepened the shock. Detectives announced that they had already taken the suspect into custody, someone few expected. The man arrested for the hit was 23-year-old Bailey Phillips, better known in the local rap scene as Bandman Fari. He wasn't a stranger or a rival. He was a friend. The two were often seen performing together, laughing in interviews, and promoting each other's work. But that morning, police said, he became the prime suspect in Woadie's hit. Police confirmed the suspect, but did not release a motive. The silence left a vacuum, and the streets, social media, and comment sections quickly filled it. One of the first rumors to gain traction was that the shooting stemmed from jealousy. Fans pointed to how closely Woadie2Live and Bandman Fari had moved in the months leading up to his passing. They collaborated on music, promoted each other online, and were often seen together at events, in photos and videos, and appeared to be genuine friends. But some commenters claimed that behind the scenes, things had grown tense, that Woadie's growing buzz in Dallas had changed the dynamic between them. Others repeated unverified claims that arguments about money or studio sessions had turned personal. The second major rumor focused on the idea that Woadie2Live had been backdoored. In street slang, backdooring means being set up or betrayed by someone close to you, often a friend or associate who gains your trust before turning against you. Within hours of the arrest being announced, the phrase Band-Aid Man Fari backdoored Woadie was trending in Dallas circles. People shared old videos of them performing together, pointing out the cruel irony that just hours before the shooting, they had been seen on stage at the same venue. It became the story that most people believed, that what happened outside the 5 a.m. theater wasn't random, but a calculated act of betrayal. A smaller set of voices, though, question that version. Some fans argue that it might have been a tragic accident, an argument that escalated, a gun that went off too fast. A few tweets and comments suggest that both rappers were known to carry firearms and that the shooting could have been unintentional. There were also speculations about the aftermath. Who called 911? Who stayed at the scene? And whether others had witnessed the shooting. Some claim the club staff had detained Fari until police arrived. Others insist that multiple people were outside when the shots were fired, but were too scared to talk to authorities. Police never confirmed any of these details, and no witnesses ever spoke publicly. Through all the noise, one truth stood out. Every rumor came from a place of disbelief. People simply couldn't understand how two artists who had come up together could end like this. In the weeks after the shooting, the official investigation into Woadie2Live's passing moved quietly. Dallas police confirmed the basics. 23-year-old Bailey Band-Aid Fari Phillips had been arrested and charged for the hit. Court records showed that he was booked in the Dallas County Jail and held on a $250,000 bond. But beyond that, little else was released. Detectives never shared what evidence led to the arrest. There were no public witness statements, no surveillance footage released, and no clear descriptions of what happened in the moments before the gunfire. The only consistent detail came from police records: the time, the location, and the name of those involved. Everything else remained sealed inside an active case file. By late 2021, news outlets like NBC DFW and the Dallas Morning News were reporting that no motive had been established and that the investigation was still ongoing. Official updates stopped soon after. No trial dates were announced. No convictions were made public. Eventually, Bailey Band-Aid Fari Phillips sat down with the No Jumper podcast to give his own account of what happened that night, and to challenge the story that had already spread online. Band-Aid Man said the internet had gotten the story all wrong. He claimed that social media ran with false rumors, painting him as a jealous friend who backdoored Woadie. A betrayal that had never happened, according to him. According to Band-Aid Man, the situation started over something small: money for a club section. He explained that he and Woadie were out that night at what he described as some lit-ass club in Dallas. The two were trying to patch things up, just hanging out like old friends. They agreed to split the cost of a VIP section, about $1,100 total, $100 a head. Fari said he sent his share, but tension broke out when others complained that they were paying for a section without getting bottles or perks. But after a few minutes, he decided he didn't want to be there anymore. He asked for his money back. That's when, according to him, things got physical. He claimed Woadie grabbed him, and the two started tussling. During the scuffle, Woadie's chain broke. Fari said he handed it back before walking away. He said he got into his car trying to leave when Woadie approached again. As soon as I looked over, he said, "The man is reaching at me." Fari described feeling trapped, sitting in the passenger seat while someone reached towards him from behind. "What am I supposed to do? I don't know what a person is about to do to me from the back," he told the host. "If you wanted to fight me, you would have just opened the door, came face to face, but you came from behind me." In that moment, Fari said he feared for his life. That's how he described it. Not a cold-blooded hit, but an act of panic. An attempt, as he told it, to survive a situation that spun out of control. But that was his version of events. Police never confirmed his account. And there's no public record showing whether investigators accepted it as self-defense. The case remains unsolved. Rest in peace.
Appreciate you for clicking on the video. Before you go, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out.